All right, the audio cut out on this first one. It gets fixed on the others. So I'll just do another voiceover. We're going to talk about another half guard technique. Similar to what we did in the no-gi version, but this time we're going to use kind of a combination of everything we've learned and apply the chin strap to pass half guard. So I'm talking about that now as we reach over on the other side. So I'm going to pivot as we did before. And in this time, because it's gi, I can grab material. So I can grab some material on the back of the gi, I can grab a sleeve, and then I can put some pressure on his legs and bring my hips down. I'm still cognizant that he doesn't have an underhook for this scenario, which is a different thing. But for now, I would still try and kill the underhook using this method as well. But for now, this is what we're doing. So I'm going to bring my knee in and reach around his head, and I'm going to make this hook shape with my hand and cup his chin, hence the chin strap. What this does is it restricts his head movement, which is what really a lot of these controlling positions are about. So again, I fall to my left hip. I bring my knee to the mat, but on his hip. Okay, he's going to be holding on again. I've got a knee bar here. If I slide my right foot back, which we can talk about a little later, for higher belts, you can do that sort of thing. But again, he's going to lock his leg, and so I'm going to walk my foot close to the hips, free my knee, get the underhook, and come over the same way. And then once I get over, I'm going to release the chin strap and go to my normal mount as I usually do. So again, we're in half guard. I'm going to control the sleeve, the lower sleeve. I'm going to try and fight for him not to get the underhook. I'm going to pivot, okay, go into that rudder shape, grab some material on the back and try and put some pressure. Now, when I bring my knee in, I'm going to reach around for the chin strap and fall on my left hip. Now, if I fall on top of his arm, that's okay. I can shift my hips around and hip escape and try and open up his arm to get my hip more in his armpit. And again, I'm going to be aware that he has an underhook. I've got the knee bar here if he doesn't have his feet connected, and I'm going to walk my foot forward. Okay. I'm aware that this underhook, I'm in danger. Okay, so I can go to a whizzer from here if I wanted, which we can talk about later. But I'm talking about grabbing some gi material and going to mount this way, and I could set up chokes and other forms of control. But I'm not really focused on that in this example. I'm just showing some possibilities. So again, I'm freeing my trap foot with my other foot, and I go to mount. One more time. I'm in half guard. I have my hand on the hip. I can grab the belt. I can pivot, put some weight on him, reach over for the chin strap. Okay. My knee goes to his hip. My hips go to his armpit. I walk my foot. I push the knee down. Okay. I can grab material here and push the knee down. He's going to get the underhook. If he tries to hook, I can grab material. I can backstep. I can do all sorts of things that I have to be ready for. I apologize for Marcus, but evidently the sun was in his face. I'm just talking about using the chin strap as a form of control. So one more time, I'm here, use my hips to smash his legs together. I reach around. Okay. I walk my toes and foot. Yep. And go to mount. It's that easy. It's not that easy. This is going to be a fight, guys, but we've covered a lot of options. Good luck, Marcus. So nice. I'm going to move on to kind of I think my favorite half guard pass. It's a little bit more advanced because there's a lot more moving parts, and we're going to go to the back. Okay, so let's angle this way, Marcus. So you can do this on pretty strong players. I've had quite a lot of success with it, and it's really fun. So, cool. Marcus is doing everything he should be doing. He's on his side, he's framing and all of that stuff, and his legs are keeping him safe. because he's on his side. So I want to break this down and get rid of this. So how do I do that? I'm going to grab first some material here. If I can grab the hip material, that's fine here, okay? The second thing I'm going to do, I cannot let him come under me, okay? So if I need a block here, that's fine. I'm going to come in here underneath his knee, all right? And I'm going to point his knees up. And as I do that, I'm going to stand up and bring my arm in. So now I have my shield here, and I have a good hold of some material, and I have this rudder shape, okay? Now his knees aren't in between us, okay? And I can proceed, right, to a knee slice. So I'm going to control the sleeve if I can, okay? My hand here is going to go to the underhook. And I'm going to sit here with my knee not quite on the ground, okay? And I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to go if I have this. But if I have to wait, I'm going to wait a moment here, okay? So I can pull and then continue the knee slice. So I walk my hands here. I hug here and I pinch, okay? If they're holding onto my foot back here, like in a quarter guard situation, I use my free foot to kick the other one free, step, and slide forward. Now, I want to get my hip bone in his armpit as I'm applying pressure here, right? So now I'm controlling his shoulders here, okay? So I can switch my base and I can go to like a high side control. That's option one, okay? We'll go over option one again. So I'm here. I grab material on the hip. I get my fingers under the knee. I stand up and I pull his knees with me and I swing my elbow on the inside here. I could also just put my hand on the hip. That's fine too. Okay, when I'm ready to go and advance the knee slice, I control the sleeve here, get my underhook, hug, kick forward, scissor, and I go to a high side control and make some frames here. Okay, now I can attack his arms and upper body. One more time. Option one. I'm here. Put the hand here. Come on. Bring the elbow to the inside and connect it to my knee. Grab the sleeve. Get the underhook. Hug the elbow and pinch. Kick forward. Scissor. High side control. Okay? So the benefit of high side control, move around, Marcus. Okay, I'm connecting my elbow here to my knee. I'm pushing on the mat and I'm just bringing my elbows. I'm in like a turtle shape, okay? But I'm using my hands on the mat to push backwards to frame his body. Okay, so just get there. Any questions? Ready, 1, 2? So, let's just fix this. So again, we're going to do the same type of setup where we're lifting them up, doing the knee slice, but then what happens if they get an underhook, okay? So we're here. I pull him up. I come this way. He gets an underhook. Yeah, that's fine too. All right, I just have to move. So I'm going to continue the knee slice, okay? Boom, here. But when I continue the knee slice, I need to pivot to the other side. So what am I going to do? Put my weight on him, do the knee slice, bring this hand over here, and come this way, and now I can try and come under to side control here. Now sometimes, when you're doing this fast, okay, I'm here, he gets the underhook, boom, I just go this way, you see? And I get my arm here. If I can get my arm here, I'm gonna connect my hands this way, and I'm gonna pull him up. Once I get him on his elbow, I step over, and I could take the back, okay? That's really what I'm after, all right? But you kind of have to do this a little bit fast, which is how you do it anyway. So again, I'm here, I come up, he gets the underhook, boom, look, you see? Just to back up, watch your hand. Here. You see what I'm doing? He has the underhook. Okay, this hand comes over here, and I go down on this knee, and I connect my hands here, you see? And I pull him up to get him to post on his elbow. Step over. One more time. I'll try and go slow. Okay, I'm here. Pull up. He gets the underhook. I do the knee slice. Look, I go to this knee, and this hand comes around, and I back step. Connect my hands. Push him up. When he bases here, I step over. Take the back. Any questions? Ready, 1, 2.